Hey everyone, how's it going? Rich here from Bear Maximum, your one-stop shop for all your comic book service needs. Sorry, we've had a bit of a break since the last lot of videos that you've seen towards the end of last year. As it came to December, we kind of figured that people will be reining the spending in, so we didn't do a submission after the one we sent at the end of November, but they have come back in this week. So we sent them on the 29th. And they have come back in to yesterday, which was the 31st of January. So it's roughly sort of like 6-week turnaround there, which 8 weeks. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, so that's a great turnaround for our customers. We've had some absolutely incredible results. I can't wait to share these with you. This is our biggest batch of books so far. I don't mean the most, I mean that these are the sort of the best books we've had together in one batch. We've got some super blue chip keys, major first apps, and we've got a ton of great stories. And as you know, I am someone who loves stories that come with books as well. So hopefully I won't chew your ear off too much. But yeah, there's some really good stuff to come in and I cannot wait. Before I start showing you what we've got, just want to let you know that part of our business is arranging commissions from very, very talented artists from all around the world, and we're always looking to bolster our roster. And over the last few weeks, we've been busy chatting with a few names, and just want to let you know that we are now introducing a guy called John Imparo from Brazil. I'll put some of his work in here so you can see it, see the incredible talent there. We've got Caleb Adey from the US, from Colorado. Bit darker than what we've kind of had so far, but still fits in perfectly with the rest of the artists that we've got and gives another option. And we've got Miles Malombo all the way from South Africa, bringing a manga style that we haven't had before. So, you know, we are always looking to bolster the talent that we have, but it's incredible so far. We've got some great commissions coming. I'll put some pictures in actually of a couple that have been done very recently. Super good. Something for everyone to kind of fit every sort of budget. So whatever you want, if you've been considering getting a Spider-Man or a Jack Skellington or a crazy Santa Claus, whatever you might want, we've got someone who can help you out with that. Yeah, so without further ado, let's have a look at what we've got. So there's quite a few JSA books in here. So for anyone unaware, from April last year, CGC acquired a company called James Spence Authentication. They are the world's leader in autograph authentication, and they are now providing a service that they haven't had and people have been screaming out for a lot of years. And our customers are taking advantage of it. So let's see what we've got here so far. We've got a Venom #2. This is from the 2018 Donny Cates run. And as you can see there, Donny has signed, and as they have, there's a lovely, I love these labels. I harp on about them all the time, but yeah, they look great. And they just say, as you can see, authenticated autograph. So that's great and an awesome result for a lovely looking book. This is really cool, and it gets to show you something that is a bit of an unknown of what happens when it's a sketch cover and there's a signature. So as you can see here, we've got a signature by Will Torres, who's here, and there's also a sketch here on a blank Alien #1. So as you can see there, it mentions there's a sketch on cover. They're not able to verify the art from the source, but they can verify the signature, which we've got here, which is very nice. And that is a killer piece, and also a 9.8. So fantastic result for that. Any J. Scott Campbell fans, we've got more Donny Cates signatures, pretty unmistakable art from JSC. 9.6 grade, so that's nice. It's a great cover. So these are all for the same customer as well, so it's a great result. We've got Star Wars Crimson Reign here. This is signed by Tyler Kirkham, sorry, I apologise. 9.8 again, very cool cover, pretty unmistakable again. Kirkham's got a very distinctive way of drawing, and that's a great book there. this is Roderick's. I knew there was one coming, slightly different. Venom First Host 9.6. Again, we've got a lovely black label and a description of the authentication of the signature, which is super cool. First story of the day. This is from one of my customers who basically sent me the book and said, "Do you know whose signatures these are?" And I had a bit of a look around. I looked who the creators were, as you can see. Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. Great combination. Had a great series on Daredevil. So I managed to work out who the signatures were. He just found it in a box, a short box, I think. And that's come back with an absolutely killer grade. It's a beautiful cover. And we've got both signatures authenticated there. So that is super nice. Great one to add to the collection. This next book, just to kind of, we always try to encourage customers to kind of consider the use of cleaning and pressing. Not everyone wants to go for it. There is an additional cost in there. My personal opinion is that you give your book the opportunity to achieve the highest grade. So Comic Press and us have been working together for probably a little bit over a year now, and we've had some amazing results. But we'd like to think that we're honest, and that sometimes there's no benefit to the services, that some of the things that we offer. So this book, John at Comic Press said there's actually nothing I can do to improve it, and sent it back to the customer, and this still went off for grading, but he could not make an improvement. So saved the customer a bit of money, and this came out, Amazing Spider-Man number 41. That's the first Rhino. That's a classic John Romita cover. It's come out as a 6, and the customer is over the moon with that. So fantastic stuff. Well done to our customer in that one. This is great, and I won't lie, I'm really jealous of it. I think I've let the customer know far too many times. There you go, Amazing Spider-Man number 40. Kind of goes very well with the 41. It's a different customer. This has got a John Romita signature on it. That is something that I'm after for my collection this year. But yeah, this was got verified. It's a 2.0. John has allowed it to kind of present the best way it possibly can. I think you'd be hard pressed to say that it doesn't look great in the slab, with the lovely yellow and black label, and knowing that that signature is authenticated is fantastic. So superb, absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, so this is Captain America 126, first appearance of Diamond Head, and that has come back in a 9.0. That's not too bad for a 55-year-old book, is it? So great result for that customer. These are all belong to the same person. We've got here Avengers 158. Again, that's from 1977, first Graviton, and getting a 9.6, which is great. These have all been worked on by John at Comic Press again, and this is again it's the first appearance of the new Black Talon, and there we go. That is from October 1976. And that has come back in a 9.8. You've got John Buscema and Joe Sinnott art. It's a Jack Kirby cover, as you can probably tell when you look at it. And that's, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Best part of 50 years old, that, so really, really, really good. 50, 60? I don't know. I'm not sleeping very well at the moment. Kind of one of the characters of the moment, Gambit. We've seen a lot of these Uncanny X-Men 266s come through. This is a newsstand one. There we go. Andy Kubert cover, absolutely brilliant. 9.2, and that's a great result, and don't see as many of these around, especially in these higher grades, because these were literally put into newsstands, so that's very good. Got some magazines coming up here. A lot of them are Captain Britain, so I'm going to go through these one at a time, and going through backwards in the result and where they've come. So we've got Captain Britain 19. You can see these are a bigger slab to accommodate the bigger book. That's come back in as a 9. we've got Captain Britain 16 in a 9.0. That's a Captain America appearance. The captains together. We've got another one of these, but the grade is higher, so we've got a 9.4 there, so that's looking great. Love that classic style. It's Herb Trimper cover as well, so that's very cool. This is Captain Britain #1. A lot of these come back with a green label. Is it green label? Yeah, because they're missing a Captain Britain mask, which was inside, but this has come back blue in a 9.6, so that is awesome. That's another book from 1976. Again, these are lasted superbly well, and that's a great result for the customer. This one is really cool. I think it's my personal opinion, of course, but this is Transformers 332. It's the last of the Marvel UK series. It's in a 4.5, so it's not like the top end of the grades, but it does look super cool in the slab, and that's a bit of a commemorative issue, so that's very cool. Onto some X-Men here, so there's some good stuff coming here, I'm not going to lie to you. X-Men 13, second Juggernaut, that's coming at 4.0, but that does look really good. It presents super well for a book from 1965, so congratulations to that customer. Same person ended up with the X-Men 57, which is the first Larry Trask. There we go. That's in a 4.5. Again, presents absolutely stunning, which is great. And here's, I think, the biggest single issue that we've had to date. Bit of the story about this one. This book was purchased a little while back. It was already graded at 0.5. So it's been cracked by Comic Press. It's been given the treatment, the best that it could do for the condition that it's in. As you can tell, at 0.5, it wasn't going to kind of go to a 9.8 or anything like that. But you know, the customer wanted to have a go and have a look and see if we could improve what we've got here. John spent a lot of time on this one. I will say that I'll show you the bits that are of an issue here. It's come back as a 0.5, which is a little bit disappointing. It's still got the blue label, which I know is something that the customer was very keen to retain, so that's there. But if you can see, you're kind of missing the corner here. There's large sections missing down the spine there, and I think the biggest contributor here, which is potentially quite contentious actually, it could have scored a bit higher, but there is a huge chunk of the back cover missing there. So that's what we have. That's the first appearance of the X-Men, so iconic cover if you've never seen it before. This is the first one I've ever seen in the flesh, as it were, and it's still a fantastic book to have in your collection, so well done on that one. More of a familiar one we see here quite a few times. ASM 300, a first official Venom, and that's in great condition. That's coming in at an 8.5. I don't think that one had a clean and press on it either from memory, so that's a great result. It's always difficult because it's got a black cover. The dark cover down here is often spine ticks. You can see just little ones here. They're not huge like sometimes they are, and the black on the back here often shows those up. But that's a lovely book in really nice condition. That's good. Got some Hulks coming up here. Hulk 271. This is the first, I think, first Rocket in like a proper series. Yeah, he's called Rocket in here. I think there was an appearance before this, but he was called Rocky Raccoon from memory. That's come back in a 7.0. You know, that's pretty iconic sort of cover now, especially since Guardians got so big. And that's in really nice condition, so that was done well. Okay, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do the one. It's going to seem backwards. So we have got a run here of significance, and and as soon as you'll see the book that I'm going to show you now, you'll then understand what's coming. So this is Hulk 182. Is that third? I think there's some sort of fourth appearance of Wolverine in this one. Yeah, this comes in a trilogy of books: 180, 181, and 182. The 180 actually has a mechanical fault in it, so this has gone back to CGC for them to sort it out. But that's come back as a 7.5, and if you notice here, is that the right way around? No, there we go. That is signed by Len Wein, who is the creator of one of the creators of Wolverine. Let's say he was in one of the movies as well. I think it was X-Men 2. He played a judge in that one. Sadly, no longer with us. But that's super cool. So the trilogy of books, the 180, 181, 182, are all signed by him, and the customer told me the story about it. It's actually quite cool. He was aware that Len was going to be at a convention, but it just wasn't advertised. It wasn't a big deal. And what had happened is Len had been put into a little room on the side with no advertisement at all, just sat at a table, and it was dead. So, you know, one of the most influential creators of the last sort of 60, 70 years, some iconic characters, was just sat on his own. And the customer of ours went and had a chat with him and happened to have these awesome books with him, and captured an absolutely fantastic signature. There's not tons of these Len Wein signatures around, so that's super cool. But what I do want to show you, and this is definitely one of the coolest books we've had, it's in an absolutely cracking grade, is Hulk 181. Everyone knows it's the first full appearance of Wolverine there. 7.5 grade, absolutely brilliant. And there you go, it's been authenticated as well, so that's absolutely superb. It's just got all the powerhouses on this cover. Herb Trimpe, you've got John Romita, Len Wein, you know, so many people involved in this issue, and it doesn't get much more iconic than that. So that is just brilliant. So pleased to have been able to send that off. That one was worked by John at Comic Press. He's managed to work his magic on those to get that fantastic result, and that's a real collector's item, so absolutely brilliant. Okay, we've still got a chunk of books here to go, so more of a modern one. Definitely a key though. This is Sweet Tooth #1. Jeff Lemire, he did everything on this one. Customer sent this one for cleaning and pressing. I know this isn't necessarily the highest grade, but speaking to our customer, they said that this book had been read quite a bit. So to get a grade, they were over the moon to get this grade. I think it had been passed around sort of 6-7 people before it went for grading, so they are really happy with the outcome there, so that's superb. Another one of those modern recognisable covers. This first Venom, is it? Second Venom cover properly. I think there's like a cameo on a little cover for 315 from memory, but that is really cool. Todd McFarlane right in the middle of that iconic run with David Michelinie. That's great. This, I think, to date, there's more coming. I'll be completely honest with you. We have got some older books currently with CGC, but I can show you this. So this is the oldest book we've had so far. Black Hawk #72 from 1954. So this steps past the Silver Age stuff we've had previously and is very much in the Golden Age. It's a really iconic, well not iconic, but it's an eye-catching cover there. I think I'm a big fan of that one. I love the way the yellow pops. Unfortunately, it's only a 2.0. There is quite a bit of the old chipping, bits missing kind of all the way around it, unfortunately. But that's a great book to have in the collection, so a very nice job there. For one of our newer customers, wanted to try out the grading process. They sent in Marvel Superheroes #20, which is a Larry Lieber, that's Stanley's brother, Roy Thomas story. Larry's involved with the art. Great Doctor Doom cover with the Robert Downey Jr. coming back. You know, the Doom covers are in high demand, and that one's come cool. I think it was roughly around a 4 when we grabbed hold of it, and again, John's worked his magic on this and ended up with a 6.0. Ultimate Fallout 4, we see a few of these. It's still an absolutely cracking book. I've got 2 now coming up. These are both first appearances. Come on, Rich, you can do it. First prints, there we go. The more sought after one. It's not like the Duraditch one, which goes for crazy money, but here we go. We've got this in a 9.4. That's a great addition to a collection. This one, from memory, one of my customers had let me know that a friend had donated a box of books and it had Ultimate Fallout 1 to 6 in it. Pulled this one out and he's ended up with a 9.4, which is absolutely superb. One of our more regular customers, or at least actually this is the first one he's done, but he's now a very regular customer, which is great. I submitted this one, Ultimate Fallout 4, in a 9.6. So again, another great book and another modern key.